if I would have sold here, the reason why I sold down here was because I didn't want to miss out. I didn't want to miss the sell. So last couple of videos, I was showing the trades that I took on the 6th and 7th of January. I'm basically going over my first quarter. I am going over the first quarter of 2025. And for you demo hunters, right, I am trading demo. I'm getting better. The purpose is to get better with the methods and the parameters that I'm learning. Okay, the process, okay, is to get better so that when I do trade live, I'm confident and I know what I'm doing. Now, some of these videos you're going to see me trading and blowing up actual prop firm accounts. So I am trading prop firms in these videos as well. You're going to see that I blow up those accounts. Okay, so this is my process from beginning to the point where I'll be trading and saying what you're seeing these other traders say. Well, I made this and I did that and I just bought my mama car and all of that stuff you're seeing. Although it won't look the same, I'll get to that point. So you're gonna see the beginning phases of my journey for complete transparency and for myself, for me to come back to and look at how far I've come. So on the 8th, I took a trade. I tried to sell down in here. So I had marked out. I did better with this, right? So I said price was sandwiched between these fractals. All right, fractals, we'll talk about that another day. But if you look up, go to Google or whatever your search engine is and look up fractal geometry, okay? It's gonna say something about self-similarity at all scales, okay? And that's the most important part. So look up fractal geometry and you'll see why. You'll see what I'm getting at with that. So, and I said this is not a place I would like to be stuck trading in. So I got in anyway, right? I don't know, maybe the experience at the time. I just didn't want to miss out. Price had really been moving towards seeking more bids, and I figured why wouldn't it continue as well? But this tells us a story, right? All of this tells us a story. First and foremost, this swing here from, let's see, let's pull this up. So price usually feels a swing, at least 80% of the swing it'll feel, if it doesn't feel 100%. That's why people use Fibonacci to try to gauge how far price is gonna go. So this swing here, price had filled the majority of the swing. I'll say 80%, okay, 85, however percentage, it filled most of it. And so that was kind of an indicator for me to realize, like, okay, maybe I might want to take a buy here. Price went parabolically into a level of liquidity, and I'm trained to enter in those levels, but for whatever reason at the time, my mind was just looking to sell. I was looking to continue selling. Maybe this is a 2-hour chart, so maybe the 4-hour or the daily chart was bearish to me, okay? And so I just wanted to sell. And as you can see, if I get that off of there, price kept going, right? This is in control and needs to maintain. So price had formed a base here. So that was a sign, like, I don't know, I was down $42. I should have got out, but I didn't. All right. Price had came up. I was down 200. Closed it out a little bit under 200 bucks. And that was that, right? So what happened? What did I do wrong? First and foremost, like I said, price had moved parabolically into a level of liquidity. That was my entry there. I should have been looking to buy, at least to fill this swing. So if we look at price and what it did, oh, look at that. I didn't stay long enough to see. Look at that. I didn't stay long enough to see this. Right? I'm actually realizing this now. I don't remember going over this trade. And so if I would have sold here, the reason why I sold down here was because I didn't want to miss out. I didn't want to miss the sell. Well, no, not right here. What's this, 15 minute? Let's go to 5 minute. Nope, because people call that a fair value gap, and it's not a gap actually. On the lower time frame, that's where that fractal nature comes in. If you look, if you notice, you see this here. That's not a gap. That's a, it looks like that, or it looks like that. It looks like that. It's a pocket of liquidity. And so price came to that pocket of liquidity that people would mistakenly call a fair value gap, and it dropped. So that was my sell. That was my sell. And I'm reviewing this for the first time now because it was a loss that I didn't want to take, and I didn't go over it. I did talk about why I took the trade. So why I took the trade: wanted to see a response at the base because momentum on a higher time frame is to the downside. Was I patient? Yeah, I was patient. How will I manage the trade? I hadn't thought about a target or stop. I just wanted to see what price would do. And then I said I got in a market order and closed out manually. Did I take more than 10 trades? No. The base on the 2-hour chart was maintaining momentum to the upside. So you see, I didn't even come back and analyze if price responded again later. Like, these are the only screenshots I have. And so you're seeing with me for the first time that I could have got in on a sell, but I didn't wait until price came to. I didn't analyze this swing, right? Oops, is it here? Okay, computer's acting crazy, but I didn't analyze this swing to see what price may or may not do, and I just wasn't patient. And so, wow, honestly, I'm shocked because I was expecting price to just continue higher, and I was freezing. So I was expecting price after this to continue higher, and that's why it's so surprising. But as you can see, I could have sold. I could have held that and been in drawdown, right? So the lesson for this video is review the trades, review what happened. I didn't even come back to see if price continued to drop. I was just stuck on the higher time frames, and my computer's acting weird, so I'm not going to try to review the daily chart or the 4-hour chart. But the lesson in this one was be patient and go for what I know. Price extended, broke this this swing, the bottom of the swing. Yeah, it was on a higher time frame. This is a wick. Okay, on a lower time frame, these are candles. I get it, but on a higher time frame, this is significant. Price broke that extended into a level of liquidity. Could have did a quick buy into this level to sell off, right? And so that is the lesson. This is going to be a short one because I didn't record it like I did some of the other videos, and hopefully you've learned that reviewing the trades and back testing helps to reinforce the brain. Okay? And so yeah, my computer's acting real weird right now. So until next time, peace.